Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. It's bright, it's early, and let's jump into some Bitcoin price action. We'll talk about the Ethereum ETF news, some price targets for Ethereum, and we'll take a look at some of the underlying market dynamics. But as you can see here, following up on our 4-hour inverted head and shoulders here, still holding up here. And what did we say? Look, left shoulder, head, boom, breaks the neckline. And now as long as we're above this area at 60,500, this will be a valid move. And we'd be looking for a move up to about 78,218. Now on the other side of the fence, if we start to close back below this pivot here at 65,769, that's your first warning, but definitely any kind of a 4-hour closure back below this level. And Bitcoin is not going to be trudging the road to happy destiny. Following up on the 5-day time frame volatility momentum play we've been talking about as well, I wanted to bring this up that technically the move has not begun yet. So when volatility explodes or expands, how do we define it? I'd say above 20% should get the next big move, and that should set in the bias for a 30 to 50% move in either direction. And why do we remain with the upside bias? Well, clearly we've got an uptrend. So when you're in an uptrend, in the context of an uptrend, and volatility expands, you would expect the price to go in the direction of the trend. So another bias buster there. And this one giving us a target all the way up to 94,000. And yeah, as long as the 5-day does not flip the momentum back to the downside, you can see on the last 5-day closure, the actual pivot to cross down went down. So it was at 65,000. Now to cross momentum to the downside has to close a 5-day below 63,649. So bulls are in control still here at the top side of the range. And, it's not going to go straight up in a straight line, but we should take a look and see if there's any economic catalysts to kind of help us push this price higher. And what could that be? Well, a rate cut, stocks making new all-time highs, perhaps some more liquidity flowing into the market. I used to have a liquidity chart, and I don't know if I still have it. Let's see. Let's see if this is it. If this is not it, this is it. Okay. So what are we looking at here on kind of a macro time frame? Let's put it on a daily, and then let's pull this up. So this is the Chinese liquidity injections. So been stale for a bit here. Stable coin supply coming down. So if stable coin supply, well, generally when stable coin supply is going up, typically price goes up. Interesting. So Tether's been minting a bunch of new coins, billions of dollars worth of coins. So giving people the ability to purchase more Bitcoin. So yeah, we're flipping to red here. So that's just something to keep a warning on. And the Chinese have injected, I don't know if that's 35, well, at a 35 rate. I don't know if that's in billions or trillions or what it's in. And then major central bank assets. So such as, what assets do we have? So ECB, Fed assets, the red line. So Fed is, should be starting to tick up here as they are beginning their quantitative easing or buying back bonds. So if there's more demand for bonds, then interest rates go up, and that's what's exactly happening on the bond market here. Bond yields are going up, stocks are going down. Maybe people taking some profits in the short term. I wonder if my bond chart is here. Well, we do have Tether TLT. So let's see what TLT did. TLT end up hitting our target? No. But close enough is close enough. Maybe it does have one more swipe down. When interest rates go up, TLT goes down typically. as you can see, as the interest rates hiked through the year. Let's see if I have the bond, the 10, the 2. I was hoping it's on this chart, but if it's not, I guess we'll look at it another day. But all you need to know is that those bond yields are beginning to climb again. So interest rates are perhaps going higher. I'm going to try one more chart here. Is it in the real world assets? No, no. Maybe it's in the hot list. No. I just turned $140 into $1,300 over the last 2 weeks. Yes, it's possible in the land of cryptocurrency. My name is Chris Mitchell. I am the CEO of Crypt Courses, and I'm bringing you this video because I'm going to give you some really good information on how to buy, sell, and trade digital currency. Now, you've probably heard about a lot of people making a lot of money in crypto, but you don't feel safe or intelligent enough to make the investment. That's why I created Bitcoin 101, how to stack sats using technical analysis. It's the crypto trader's dream to starting your crypto journey. It's absolutely free. All you gotta do is click on the link in the description below and we will get you your free guide today. No, trading, that's gotta be it. Here we go. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum. We got Jesus Coin. What happened to Jesus Coin? Still alive. Still alive. Okay. Dot short-term trade setup. Actually, if it can flip this into support, is going to look good for a nice little bounce play. DYDX also hanging in there for the daily trade. By the way, if you want to get some trade setups, join us on Discord. Get the full VIP access, $30 a month. It's cheap, it's easy. Join a community of traders and we kind of go over trade setups and answer questions there. So feel free. Or you can simply join by joining Bitcoin 101, how to stack sats using technical analysis. And what is the purpose of that? Well, giving you a quick demo here on something like this, which is a trade setup and indicator we've been using for some time. No, that's not it. This is it. You want to see a nice equity curve up and to the right, and wow, it has shilled off or shilled down here slightly, but the market has been down, so I do believe this strategy will pick itself up, and over time you're going to see those net profits continue to increase. Okay, economic data, we said today. I think we said it was a pretty light week. So GDP came in at 1.3%, lower than expected, or lower than the previous, right in line with expectations. Wholesale, retail, corporate jobless claims came out higher than expected. So all bearish for the dollar, good for Jerome Powell. Core PCE lower than expected, jobless claims higher than expected, and most of these things are lining up for bearish news on the dollar, which is good for risk assets. I don't see any. Okay, continuing jobless claims went down. PCE prices up slightly. Okay, so two bullish things for the dollar. And what am I noticing is, well, stocks are beginning to curve their way onwards and downwards. They're beginning to curve their way onwards and downwards, and for the life of me, I can't find that bond chart. So I guess we're going to give it up there. Are we going to give it up? Kingdom Trust, hot list. Is this the one? Where are my bonds? No bond list here. All right, might as well check in on Bitcoin dominance and get back to our regular chart here. And we'll take a look at, again, some of the more underlying market dynamics and go from there. And by the way, if you do not understand what most of this stuff is, and it just sounds like a bunch of gobbledygook, mumbo jumbo, you know, some guy shooting over the internet, speaking a foreign language. Well, take the course. It's free for 30 days. You can take the course and kind of get some basic TA under your belt, learn how to set up TradingView. Highly, highly recommend that. Join us. We have a lot of fun over there. And that way you can, you know, learn over time how to be a profitable trader and also follow along so that you know when to get out of the... That's looking good. That is looking very good for Bitcoin. Very, very good. Low volatility turning up on the 4 hour. I actually am going to jump in this trade here. Jumping in this trade with the stop loss right below there. And so how would it look? Well, let's just target the top side of the range here at, or should we go for the gold? No, let's just go for 71.5. That is a nice, well, it's a 2-to-1 ratio, so not the best ratio. Let's stretch it out a little bit more for that head and shoulders target coming in at, call it 74,000. And we've got a nice 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And could we go for more? All the way to the high? Very, very possibly, and probably at that point, we're going to make new highs. This is a very good setup out of the bearish control zone, low volatility, and we've got a bit of a silver cross, all the moving averages snaking around there. And I would say this one is ready to go as long as stock market doesn't completely break down here. Curious to see what Link BTC is doing. Nice uptrend against Bitcoin still, even on, well, on the 4 hour at least, apparently. But a nice reversal and rejection. So maybe short term down for Link, but longer term, you know, big correction, W formation and W targets, you know, perhaps already hit here. But I'd say it can go a little higher. Curious to see Tesla. Tesla, wow, really shot the bottom side of this wedge here, came back in, hit some resistance, coming back into that resistance. Maybe we flip back down one more time and then try and pick it up. Apple almost on the verge of making new all-time highs. And back into crypto. Let's get back to crypto. The reason we're all here is for crypto, not for stocks. By the way, we do have a new exchange partner called Blowfin. If you want to get an exchange, it has no KYC. There's a link in the description below. I hope you guys check it out. Highly, highly like their exchange. It's easy to use. And yeah, check them out. Blowfin, link in the description below there. And what else? What else do I want to bring to our attention? So, okay, next news on the board. Eric Balmus. I think he's one of the Ethereum guys from Bloomberg, the guy who tracks the ETF. And here's what just happened. BlackRock filed an updated version of its spot Ethereum ETF S1 application. So maybe we're going to get some fireworks here in July 4th with an ETF approval, meaning it's already got approved, but now it's got to get trading. And it's a good sign that BlackRock is making these adjustments. June launch, legit possibility, although keeping the eye on July 4th. What a time to be in crypto. So what could be the result and how do we know? Well, Ethereum is ready to go. And again, if you want to get some of the trade setups here, I mean, we give you everything laid out. TP 1, 2, and 3, and where you put your stop loss. And currently just absolutely crushing some of these trades. So I highly, highly recommend you join us. Again, you can go to cryptcourses.com, click join the VIP Discord, get in there, hit us a DM, say you're in, and we will give you access to those trade signals. What else did I want to bring up? All right, Ethereum. So while we're talking about Ethereum, where's my Ethereum chart? I guess that's it. That is it with the TP 1, 2, and 3 all in place. I'm going to trash that drawing and say, okay, where are we at in the grand scheme of things? Still potential for pullback. Are we getting any divergences playing out? No. And no. So yeah, it does look like Ethereum wants to make one more push to the upside here. Although volatility is beginning to decline. So on the daily time frame, volatility is declining. You expect a mean reversion. Now, can it curl back up and get red again? Yes. But this would be one point for the bears that I would be considering. Again, we're looking at a daily time frame here. You can see the stochastic is going to cross up, perhaps, on this next daily closure above 37. Now, are we in the critical zone yet? No, we're not. So this is the danger zone. And if you see the daily stochastic lose the critical zone here at 80, then downside more likely than not. Again, Bitcoin dominance, we said we're going to check in on that. We have to break down, retest, and yeah, as long as we do not, start closing back inside of this box, then gives us more of a bias for a bit of a alt season to come. And just checking in on gold real quick. Gold, I think I was looking at it yesterday saying, hey, maybe we smash one more high here up to hit the ultimate target here at 24.92. Definitely a possibility, as we are beginning to get some divergences playing out. We got, I would say, 1, 2, 3. Move down to the green 55. Now momentum crosses back to the upside on this one, and that is where we should get one more push to the upside. Silver pulling back 2% today. Looks like a bit of a double top on the daily time frame. Closing back below this level at 29.31 is not going to look good for silver in the short term, but yeah, as long as it holds that daily uptrend, let the trend be your friend till the end of the trend. Checking in on the VIX. VIX popping up here, obviously, and stocks coming down. Want to check in on something we haven't checked in on in a long time, and that's the good old Gaussian channel. Where's the good old Gaussian channel? Let's see. Where's our Gaussian channel? Looks like a giant green and red gummy worm. Boom. Just curious to see where we're at in the midst of these things here. And yeah, Bitcoin coming into a critical area here. And if it can just close a daily back above 69,430, going to look for some upside continuations in the, sooner than later. But can we come back down one more time to 65,000? Again, this is CME, so off to spot price. I do want to see this on. So we went red, and now we're flipping green. That is a good sign. That's a very good sign. As you can see, once you go from, red to green, bit of a downside move, red to green. And I would like to see this thing start to get a positive slope. That would look very good. Checking in on the weekly time frame. So wow, we were way above on the Gaussian channel, and we did say once we break it, come back, retest. That likely that's going to be the move to watch here. 5-day time frame, 2-day time frame. So 2 days looking good. Just holding the top side of the range there. And yeah, again, I got to give the bias to the bulls here at the moment until we hit any of those invalidations that we spoke about. Again, daily closures back below 65.8, first warning sign, and definitely back below this pivot at 60,030. Probably going to make a quick swipe down to 54.5. And we just don't want to see volatility expand on the 5-day time frame. We're beginning to decline, getting a bit of a sell signal. Has a chance to cross back up here on the 2-day, back above 70,579. And 12-hour time frame is also still holding the course for that upside move at 78,000 bucks. 784 is the key area. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting, as we can see here. 15-minute on Bitcoin, looking strong, breaking out, and I'm going to get rid of the Gaussian channel. And I did say I think I'm going to take that trade at 4. The 4 hours going to close here in about 15 minutes. we get one more backfill and then go for the glory on this Bitcoin trade. I think it looks good. Looks good. All right. I think that's enough out of me. Fear and greed index is coming in at a 70. Notice as we dip down to 40, the support, prices began to rise back up. So in a bull market, a dip down to 40 looks like a buying opportunity. And then last thing, open interest and funding rate. So open interest is climbing here. And with the uptrend in place, you probably expect if open interest continues to climb that that we continue onwards and upwards as people are building some of their long positions. Funding rates are slightly positive, so not negative here. And 0.1% is the warning zone. The warning zone up here. So somewhere around here or here, that's when market is getting frothy and might be time to start taking some positions off. And then lastly, I wanted to follow up on kind of our long-term analysis for Bitcoin, given the halving dates daily. Okay. Taking off some of the charts here, but again, just kind of giving us some timeline. What are these blue lines here? Well, this is the halving. This is 12 months before the halving when the bull market starts. This is the halving. This is 12 months before the halving. That's when the bull market starts. And this is the halving. This is 12 months before the halving where the bull market starts. So all the past prior bull markets, if you look from the macro high to low, well, you can see here, we hit that 4236 and kept going, right? Bitcoin was less than a penny. Here, hit the 4236, sold off and kept going. Okay. And now we're getting more in alignment with traditional markets as more and more finance ears come in here. And you can see we almost tagged the 4236, depending upon if you're using the wicks or the candle bodies, but close enough is close enough. 4236 coming in there. So where's our potential, where's our potential target for Bitcoin? 240,000, the 4236, somewhere in this zone. And why do we give this circle an estimated time frame for Bitcoin hitting that target? Well, if you look at the past prior bull markets, interesting. I wonder if I can make the screen a little better, get rid of some of the Fibonacci. If you don't know what the Fibonacci tool is, just Google it and search it up and do a little research so you can have some acumen regarding some trading. But interesting, I wanted to do an analysis like this, top to top. Let's go on a weekly time frame. Easier to see here. Okay. Just bringing in a bit of a different perspective here. So top to top, 130 bars, top to top. Depends on where you gauge it, 170 to 200. So top to top, first one was 130, top to top 170, 130, 170. So, taking 150 bars, let's say, 150 bars, where would that put us? Okay, so that's interesting. And that would give us a little bit more of a left translated cycle versus a right. Again, I think if we want the bull market to last longer, we actually want the price to come down a bit here. Stop going up, come down a little bit, correct, and then move it onwards and upwards. But, and again, just a reminder, after a lot of people, oh, the halving happened. Why isn't my coins exploding to the moon? Well, after the 2020 halving, it was 72 days before we broke the range to the upside. The 2016 halving, it was 158 days before we broke the range. And this is 45 days before we broke the range in 2012 for the halving. So at the earliest, right, you expect 45 days from this pivot. Where are we at right now? 6 times 5, we're at 30 days. So 45 days, another 2 weeks, you know, somewhere between 70. I mean, the longer we consolidate at the highs here, I think the better for a little bit more of an explosive move. But 30 times 5 is 70 days. So that would take us all the way into November. Wow. Wow. So just taking a look at all the aspects here, and some of the standouts. Solana still standing out pretty hard. Render still looking very good. You can see another trade setup we had posted. Let's see how it did. And again, this is for a 1 hour time frame. And using the, oh wow, yeah. So using the close below method, right? We hit not only, so trade given at the yellow line, hits TP1 right away. So we're using a close below method, meaning it has to have a candle body closure below there to get out of the trade. Came back, tested, bounced, tested, and then bang, right to the moon there, hitting TP3 to a T. So good job there over there from Meta Signals. I appreciate you guys. Other than that, guys, again, join the Discord for free right now. You know, for 30 days, you can take the course, finish it in 30 days, cancel, be done. It's all in there. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the content. If you did, make sure you smash the like button and post a comment below if you got a question. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have yourself a blessed and highly favored day. Take care.